Gunther is on a crazy Hall of Fame run right now. Like, to the point where he's probably making the Hall of Fame just on this run. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. And then you also take into account the stuff he did before WWE. Having said that, my tag partner here, he's a huge Gunther fan. And he's going to explain, he's going to pin the idea that Gunther should be the one to dethrone Roman. Before he lists his reasons, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the page. All right, pin it. Give me the 3 reasons why he should beat Roman.
So number one for me, the mat is sacred. So his whole thing, Gunther's whole thing of why he's the Ring Generallll and all that, the mat's sacred. So he respects the sport of professional wrestling. And to me, he's going to see Roman as disrespecting the sport of professional wrestling by calling himself the best in the world right now when he cheats to win all of his title matches. So he's the IC champ right now, and he's on this great run, and he's in the ring solo winning all his matches where Roman has interference. And Gunther's going to teach Roman to respect the mat. Number two is...
Just on your number 1, I wanted to mention, I like that idea for the fact that I love wrestling as a sport, and sometimes when they call it entertainment,
Yeah.
I don't really... I like it more when they treat it as a sport. That's my biggest complaint with AEW is they said that they were going to treat it like a sport, and they got way more into entertainment. So Gunther going after him that way is very prize fighter-esque to me.
Yeah. And then, so number two is history. Gunther had a historic reign as the UK champion. He's in a historic reign as the IC champion. He's going to break the record as the longest reigning Intercontinental champion. Roman also is in a historic reign, in the middle of a historic reign with his Universal title run. And to add another historic thing to Gunther's list, you could have him be the guy to defeat Roman finally. And also to add just another little bit of history to it, I would have Gunther make Roman submit, because I don't think Roman has a lot of submission losses, if any. I can't remember him ever tapping out as a loss. Like, I think he tapped out to Daniel Bryan, but there was distraction to the referee, so the ref never saw it. So I don't think he's ever had a submission loss, which I could be wrong about that. But that would just top off this historic title match for Gunther and Roman. And then number 3 is the 5 stars. So since coming to WWE in, I believe, 2019 is when Gunther showed up, he's had, I can't tell you how many classic matches. Just for me, I'm not Dave Meltzer, but I consider these 5-star matches. I thought the match with Pete Dunne to win the UK title was a 5-star match. I thought the match with Tyler Bate was great. 2 matches with Dragunov were incredible. The one with Sheamus at the Clash at the Castle. The triple threat with Drew and Sheamus at WrestleMania, and then the match with Drew. To me, those are all fantastic matches, and for him only being there for 4 years and already having that many under his belt, so you're pretty much guaranteed that he's going to get the best match out of Roman, I think. And to end Roman's reign, let him go out on the best match of his career. I think that's kind of a cool way for him to go out.
You mentioned the Sheamus match. That match was so good, it got Sheamus respected again.
Yeah.
Elevated to the point where you're like, I want to see Sheamus.
It saved Sheamus. I'm not going to say Gunther saved Sheamus, but that match saved Sheamus. And I think it's a thing of, I know I always bring up Vader. So the thing with Mick Foley always said that Vader would eat you alive. If you didn't fight back, he was going to eat you alive. And I think it's similar to Gunther. Gunther's going to eat you alive if you don't fight back. So you have no choice but to make it a kind of a banger type of match.
I also think with the way they've booked Roman on this tremendous run, dominating run, for him to lose and it be believable, it has to be someone as dominating as Gunther. I'm okay with Cody. I want Cody to be it.
Yeah.
I think Cody should have did it the first time. But the way Cody does it is an underdog way, where Gunther does it.
Yeah.
To me, I would probably set it up where Cody wins the belt because it finishes the story. Then Roman's last match before he becomes a part-timer would be Gunther.
Yeah.
Gunther beats him, and then Roman can take a break and become officially a part-timer. I know right now, like,
He's
his
pretty
haters
much a
might say he's a part-timer,
part-timer,
but he
he's
shows
still
up on TV a lot, yeah.
I like it the exact same thing. Like, Roman's a bully. Well, bullies are scared of bullies, so here's Gunther as the other bully. And they've been separated for the most part. So you have Gunther dominating Raw and Roman dominating SmackDown. So now something's going to have to give.
And I think that fans might not know that they want this match, but the moment Gunther's music hits to talk to Roman, people are going to freak out. People are going to be like, holy fuck. Like,
and with how good Roman has been at, like, his facial expressions and his kind of talking to the crowd, he gets that first chop. Like, I think his reaction to that, if it's right, you're going to be like, oh shit, it's on. Like,
and Roman can work that strong style. His match with Lesnar at 31 was amazing.
Yeah. And
like,
even he had if people want to go back and watch it, don't remember it, Fastlane 2015, he had a hard-hitting match with Daniel Bryan, if anyone wants to rewatch that. So
I might have to check that one out because I don't remember that one at all.
So if he does that here, I mean, Gunther's going to hit you hard no matter what. So if that Roman shows up, that's the Brock match is also 2015. So if that Roman shows up, then we're in for some.
And it's very cool just to, like, Gunther is being built properly, but him beating Roman, it's like, oh shit, we got something special.
The historic thing going. Like, his UK run was historic, his IC title run's historic. Where do you go from there? He ends this historic run.
And this was a guy that people were shitting on, thinking that the name change was like terrible, and he was done. Yeah,
Keith Lee shit on it. So
and then he's like, he's already a guy that's gonna be in the Hall of Fame after an IC title run, and now like in your fantasy booking, you're like, why not have him beat a guy that beat Roman? And these 3 reasons are very credible, and it's like, fuck, Gunther is the shit. Like,
if you're a fan of professional wrestling, like, I love the in-ring action more than the entertainment aspect, Gunther's your guy. He's a callback to old school wrestling, and he's a very good in-ring worker for today. Like, he can keep up with guys that fly around and work that indie style. So I think that he's the perfect blend of old school and new school.
I actually like his entertainment value too. His promos, I feel like, are very good.
Oh, he's starting to show a little bit more of that.
He's got this intimidating look.
Yeah.
His Whole of War, that little I can't think of his name. He goes out with Tiffany Stratton, the dude that catches his coat.
Oh, that Ludwig.
Yeah,
Ludwig
that thing's
Kaiser.
cool. Like, that thing's just like, dude, this dude's a monster and he's smooth.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like he has this whole aspect and this aura of him where he's a badass, and it's like,
it's perfect.
Yeah, and I think beating Roman would be such a cherry on the top of his already Hall of Fame run that he's on.
Absolutely.
And then, not to mention, whenever you let Dominic Mysterio beat him for the title, now Dominic's got a huge pop.
As long as it's not LA Knight.
In the comments, let us know if you're a fan of Gunther being the one to dethrone Roman Reigns.